Did you know that 15% of your financial success comes from your technical knowledge, but 85% comes from your ability to lead people? Think about that for a second. 85%. You could be the smartest person in the room. You could have the highest IQ. You could have every degree on the wall. But if you don't know how to handle people, you are leaving the vast majority of your potential success on the table. Welcome back. Today, we are diving into the grandfather of all self-help books, the manual that has sold tens of millions of copies. It's not about manipulation. It's not about tricks. It is about a fundamental shift in how you interact with the human beings around you. It teaches you how to break out of a mental rut, make friends quickly, and win people over to your way of thinking without making them hate you. But before we get to the how, let me tell you a quick story about a guy named Mike. Meet Mike. Mike is an American guy, about 35 years old. He works in sales for a mid-sized tech company. Mike is smart. He works hard. He arrives early and leaves late. But Mike is miserable. At work, he's constantly being passed over for promotions. When he sits in meetings, he argues with his colleagues to prove he's right. When his team misses a deadline, he sends angry emails pointing out exactly whose fault it is. He thinks he's being efficient. His coworkers just think he's a jerk. At home, it's not much better. He nags his kids to eat their vegetables. He complains to his wife that the house is messy. He feels lonely, unappreciated, and stuck. He feels like he's pushing against a brick wall every single day. Mike's problem isn't that he doesn't know his job. His problem is that he doesn't know people. He's trying to catch fish with strawberries and cream because he likes strawberries and cream instead of using worms, which the fish actually want. So, how does Mike turn it around? How do you turn it around? Let's break down the main ideas that can change everything for Mike and for you. The first big lesson is something we are all guilty of: criticism. We love to criticize. It makes us feel superior. But here is the cold, hard truth. Criticism is futile. It puts the other person on the defensive. It makes them strive to justify themselves. Think about Al Capone. Yes, the notorious gangster. He didn't see himself as a bad guy. He actually said, "I have spent the best years of my life giving people the lighter pleasures, and all I get is abuse." If Al Capone didn't blame himself, what makes you think the guy in the next cubicle or your spouse is going to accept your criticism? There's a story about Abraham Lincoln. During the Civil War, one of his generals made a massive mistake that let the enemy army escape. Lincoln was furious. He wrote a scathing letter to that general telling him exactly how he had failed. But do you know what happened? Lincoln never sent the letter. He found it in his papers after he died. Lincoln knew that sharp criticism would only make the general defensive and bitter. It wouldn't fix the past. Mini takeaway. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. So, if we can't criticize, what should we do? There is only one way under high heaven to get anybody to do anything, and that is by making the other person want to do it. What do people want? They want health, food, sleep, money. But there is one longing that is almost as deep as hunger, yet rarely satisfied. It is what John Dewey called the desire to be important. Charles Schwab was one of the first people in American business to be paid $1 million a year. Why? Because he knew how to handle men. Schwab said his greatest asset was his ability to arouse enthusiasm among his people. He said, "I am anxious to praise, but loath to find fault. If I like anything, I am hearty in my approbation and lavish in my praise." Notice those words, lavish, hearty. Most of us do the opposite. If we don't like it, we scream. If we do like it, we say nothing. We starve our friends, families, and employees of the one thing they crave more than food: appreciation. Mini takeaway: give honest and sincere appreciation. Make people feel important and do it sincerely. Let's go back to that fishing analogy. When you go fishing, you don't bait the hook with what you like, you bait it with what the fish likes. Why don't we do that with people? We are always talking about what we want. I want you to clean your room. I want you to buy this product. I want a raise. The other person doesn't care about what you want, they care about what they want. There is a great story about Andrew Carnegie. He had 2 nephews at Yale who never wrote letters home. Their mother was frantic. Carnegie bet he could get a reply by return mail. He wrote them a chatty letter, and at the end he casually mentioned that he was sending each of them a $5 bill. But he didn't enclose the money. Back came the replies immediately, thanking dear Uncle Andrew for his kind note and asking where the money was. He didn't preach, he didn't beg, he aroused an eager want. He focused on what they wanted. If you want your kid to stop smoking, don't preach. Show them how cigarettes will keep them from making the basketball team. Mini takeaway: to influence others, talk in terms of what they want and show them how to get it. Now, let's talk about likability. How do you make people like you instantly? It starts with interest. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Look at a dog. A dog is the only animal that doesn't have to work for a living. A hen lays eggs, a cow gives milk. A dog gives you nothing but love. When you come home, that dog is so excited to see you it practically jumps out of its skin, and you love him for it. You have to be genuinely interested in people. And while you're at it, put a smile on your face. I don't mean a plastic, insincere grin. I mean a real smile. Action dictates feeling. If you act happy, you'll start to feel happy. A smile says, I like you. You make me happy. I'm glad to see you. And here's a magic trick for you. Remember names. To a person, their own name is the sweetest, most important sound in any language. Andrew Carnegie, the Steel King, admitted he knew nothing about making steel, but he knew people. He wanted to sell steel rails to the Pennsylvania Railroad, which was run by J. Edgar Thomson. So Carnegie built a huge steel mill in Pittsburgh. And what did he call it? The Edgar Thomson Steel Works. Guess where J. Edgar Thomson bought his steel rails? Mini takeaway: become genuinely interested in other people, smile, and remember their names. Let's say you get into a disagreement, like our friend Mike, who loves to argue in meetings. Here's the rule. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. You can't win an argument. If you lose it, you lose it. If you win it, you lose it. Why? Because if you prove the other guy is wrong, you might feel fine, but you have made him feel inferior. You have hurt his pride. He will resent you. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Instead of arguing, show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, you're wrong. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. It disarms the other person. And here's a secret weapon. Get the other person saying yes, yes, immediately. Don't start with the things you disagree on. Start with the things you agree on. Get them moving in the affirmative direction. It's like a billiard ball. Once it starts rolling in one direction, it takes a lot of force to deflect it. Mini takeaway: avoid arguments and respect the other person's opinion. So, let's look at Mike again. Imagine Mike stops criticizing his team. Instead, he catches them doing something right and praises them lavishly. Imagine Mike stops arguing in meetings. Instead, he listens, he asks questions. He talks in terms of what his boss wants, not what he wants. Imagine Mike comes home and instead of complaining about the mess, he brings his wife flowers and tells her how much he appreciates everything she does. Mike's life transforms. His team works harder for him. His boss promotes him. His home is a happy place. This isn't magic, it is human nature. We all crave appreciation. We all want to be understood. We all want to feel important. If you can give that to people, if you can treat them not as logic machines, but as creatures of emotion, you will hold the key to their hearts and their minds. If you want to master these skills, don't just listen to this video once. Watch it again. Pick one principle, just one, and try it out for a week. Maybe this week you just focus on smiling. Or maybe you focus on not criticizing anyone, no matter what. Try it and let me know in the comments what happens. You might be surprised at the results. If you found value in this, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights that help you level up your life. See you in the next one. Hi! If you liked our video, please click the like button. If you want to ask us something, type it in the comment box. If you want to stay updated with our latest upcoming videos, please subscribe to my channel.